Hi, this is Jeff Brenneman, and I'm here today with one of the Detroit legends in the journalist and columnist business, Rob Parker. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Great. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
I know you're working on a bunch of different things, but tell us about this new project, Undisputed.
Undisputed is a new sports debate talk show with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe out on at Fox Sports 1 out in LA. As you might remember, I used to do the show with Skip Bayless on ESPN First Take. And once Skip made the change over to Fox Sports 1, you know, he wanted me to come back and work with him. So it's been a lot of fun so far with the new show. It's a similar format, but just has a different energy and vibe being out in LA compared to Bristol, Connecticut. And I'm excited to be a part of it and honored that Skip wanted to work with me again. And I'm getting to know Shannon, who's very smart and a great guy.
Great. So let's talk a little bit about substance abuse and drug addiction. That's really why we're here today, and it's clearly something that touches a lot of different families. It's not just somebody else's problem these days. Have you had experience in either your friends or your family with drug addiction?
Sure. I mean, we all have, yes. And I have a sister, younger sister, who had some issues, and I've seen a miraculous turnaround, and it's a great story. It feels great to see her back to the person that I remembered as a kid growing up with, and to see her recover and be able to, you know, bounce back tells me a lot that it is possible, and if there's help and people are willing to get help, that things can change. It's not the end of the line if something happens or you slip or something happens in your life. You can make a recovery.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and it's interesting that you mentioned your sister, because that's really one of the things today when we talk about the opiate problem in America that starts with prescription drugs and then it moves into heroin. And so how do we help move the kids away from this stuff so they don't have this problem later in life?
I got to go back to my upbringing. I grew up in New York, and I grew up during, you know, some really bad times with crack and all kinds of other stuff that was going on. But we had a baseball team of 11 boys, 2 years separated, the oldest from youngest, and our parents watched us, and if you stepped out of line, somebody's parent would easily step in and tell you you're out of line. And I don't know if you have that anymore, or people feel like they can tell somebody else's kid what to do, or, you know what I mean, to stay on the straight and narrow.
Yeah. Well, let's hope we can get back to that, or at least we can get neighbors involved, school officials involved. It really is going to take a larger group and a larger network. It takes a village, really, to take care of
it. It really does. I mean, that sounds cliche, but
but it does.
It does.
It does, and that's, I think, where we're at today. So, social media.
Yes.
You're like the king of social media.
I'm out there, you know, because I have something to say, people want to hear, just about a lot of good things, not just sports, but life in general.
Great. Well, we appreciate you joining us today, Rob. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.